Hello Internet, it's Roshi, and I'm back with another reaction. This time reacting to everything that is Clorinde. She has a demo, she has a teaser, she has a collected miscellany. I'm going to look at all three in this video, and I'm going to share my thoughts. Let's get into it.
Some say that champion duelists are to Fontaine as the safety is to a musket. Which is to say, a chance to defend one's honor and avoid the scrutiny of the prosecution. A way to unload the pent-up emotion in the courtroom without a violent eruption. But there's another way of looking at it, namely, when the accused denigrate the law and question its authority, we must safeguard the dignity of the court. And as a last resort, we will do so by force.
In that case, Mr. Mescal, please confirm whether I understand the defense's position correctly. You vehemently oppose the law, refuse to stand trial, and request an alternative recourse to defend the honor of your guild.
That's right! I demand a duel!
Too often, it is only when the safety is disengaged and the champion duelist takes aim that they finally realize whose hand controls the gun.
The request for a duel is approved. This decision is irreversible.
Okay. First off, Clorinde looks beautiful. I love her design so much. I'm a fan of cooler color palettes. The blues, the purples, it all fits very well. She's also very pale. There's some white, which pops against the darker blues and other shades of colors here. This teaser, it's very simple, right? Like, she's preparing for her work throughout the entirety of the teaser. And then we just see a little bit of an example of it at the end. Sorry, I'm still looking at her design in general. It's just so good. I've mentioned it before. It has that Bloodborne feel. It's probably the hat that's making me think that way, but I don't know. I just dig it a lot. Okay, she's... Ooh.
Calculate distance. Correct for wind speed and humidity. Ready. Next breathing cycle, fire a non-lethal shot.
Ooh, I like the feel of this.
Ready.
Oh, wow. Okay, yep, that's her sword. There's some music right now.
These are my hunting grounds. Struggle all you want.
Oh,
I
wow.
always catch my prey in the end. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight! I owe my skills to the Marechaussee hunters, who fought to bring Fontaine out of a dark age. Someone needs to keep them sharp at all times. The hunt is complete.
Okay. So far, okay. The teaser was about her job now, right? And this demo is more like showing off of her skills and very simply explaining where her headspace is, where she comes from with her skills. Clorinde is super cool. She's super flashy. Her moves that I've seen look awesome. I like how alert that she is. I like how professional she is. I have something to say about Clorinde that's probably going to be a hot take for many. Although she is super cool, she's stylish, she's electro, her trailer and teaser, they make her to be like a badass. She's very much about her work, and that's my problem with it. I want something a little more, and I know that's hard to ask for because they're trying to make her look cool. They want you to get her for that reason. But if you know me, you know I have an issue when one thing is focused on a little too much. It's the same problem I had with Goro. The trailers that Goro had appeared in were god-awful at representing himself. He would repeat the same lines, you know, the key to victory is momentum, all that stuff. We get the idea he's a soldier, and we knew nothing else about him other than that he was a furry insert. And it's not a bad thing, but compared to the other 4-star trailers that were around him, they were 10 times better than his. There was more to see. And the only reason people would really pull for Goro is because they wanted to rock a Geo party. And that's what they used to sell him. They're like, he buffs Geo characters, and that's the only reason why you should get him. However, my opinion of Goro has changed since then because I have seen him in-game through, I think, the potion event that recently happened not too long ago. And that interaction with him actually got me to chuckle a little bit. I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy's wholesome. It's cool, you know? Yeah, he's a soldier, but there is a little bit more to his personality. He's in his head. He's thinking a lot, you know? It's cool. And I appreciate that. I'm hoping that people who've been playing the game have had interactions with Clorinde, and if not, you're definitely having some now, and maybe that is making you want to maybe pull for her. I mean, if you want to pull for her for any reason, because she looks super attractive, because her playstyle looks like a lot of fun, because you want an electro character, by all means, obviously, do what you want to do. So far, I know her job, and I know the history behind it. But what about her? All I get is that she is super professional, and she makes herself all about her work. And if that's the case, fine, but that's not enough for me to be like, I need this character. And I realize that this is a me thing, because I wouldn't blame anyone for pulling for this character. She does look amazing. She does look super cool. I personally just need something a little more than this is your job. We learned more about Risley and his. We've learned more about Chevreuse, which is a 4-star character. All the other character trailers around Clorinde so far, we've learned more about those characters than we've learned about Clorinde. It's great, it's cool, but other than her job, I don't know anything else about her. All right, let's move on to the collected miscellany, and maybe I'll be proven wrong.
In Fontaine's courts, there are many ways to defend one's honor. Dueling is one option, albeit not one I'd recommend except as a last resort, especially if the champion duelist in question is named Clorinde. But to each their own, and to any who insist, I wish you the best of luck.
Need to hire a duelist?
Clorinde is a champion duelist par excellence. With the martial traditions passed down by the Marechaussee hunters at her disposal, she delivers impartial, court-ordered justice by blade, bullet, and lightning. A veteran hunter always knows their surrounding environment like the back of their hand. When Clorinde is in the party, the location of items unique to Fontaine will appear on your minimap, making it easier to gather resources. Clorinde's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes, dealing physical damage to enemies. Her charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to deliver
Ooh.
suppressing fire with her pistolet in a fan pattern, dealing physical
I like that.
damage.
That's
With
cool.
her elemental skill, Clorinde enters the Night Vigil state, in which she wields her sword and sidearm together.
Ooh.
The Night Vigil state turns Clorinde's normal attack into Swift Hunt pistolet shots, dealing electro damage that cannot be overridden.
That's cool.
When her bond of life is below 100% of her max HP, shots fired will pierce enemies, deal
Okay.
higher damage to enemies in each bullet's path, and increase her bond of life based on her max HP.
Okay, she scales off of HP.
But when her bond of life is greater than or equal to 100% of her max HP, she fires normal shots. If Clorinde uses her elemental skill again while still in the Night Vigil state, she will attack with Impale the Night, lunging forward with her blade and dealing electro damage. The effects of Impale the Night depend on her current bond of life percentage. If she has no bond of life, she simply executes a lunging sword strike. If her bond of life is less than 100% of her max HP, she heals herself based on her bond of life value, and the damage and AoE of this usage of Impale the Night are increased. If her bond of life is greater than or equal to 100% of her max HP, she uses Impale the Night Pact, which provides a more powerful healing effect and further increases the AoE and damage of this usage of the attack. Damage dealt by Swift Hunt and Impale the Night is considered normal attack damage. In addition, sources of healing other than Impale the Night will not heal Clorinde while she is in the Night Vigil state. Instead, a percentage of the healing will be converted into Bond of Life. The Night Vigil state will be cleared when Clorinde leaves the field. At set intervals, striking an enemy with Swift Hunt shots will summon a Surging Blade, dealing Usia-aligned electro damage. After unlocking the talent Lawful Remuneration, if Clorinde's bond of life is greater than or equal to 100% of her max HP, her crit rate will increase for a certain time, whenever her bond of life value goes up or down. This can stack a maximum of twice, and each stack's duration is independent. This talent also enhances her elemental skill's Night Vigil state by increasing the percentage of healing that is converted to bond of life.
Hunt them down!
When Clorinde uses her elemental burst, she gains a bond of life based on her max HP, before performing a swift dodge and strike with both her weapons, dealing AoE electro damage. When the prey hides in the shadows of night, the hunter must lure them into her trap. After unlocking the talent Dark Shattering Flame, after a nearby party member triggers an electro reaction, Clorinde's normal attack and elemental burst deal increased electro damage based on her attack for a period of time.
Her playstyle does look
This effect
incredibly
stacks up
fun.
to 3 times, and each stack's duration is independent. There is a limit to the maximum damage increase that can be obtained in this way. With a sword, pistolet, and electrovision at her disposal, to say that Clorinde strikes like lightning is more than just a figure of speech. In battle, Clorinde starts by using her elemental skill, first to enter the Night Vigil state and gain a bond of life through her pistolet attacks.
It looks so
Then to
good.
lunge at enemies with her sword, dealing electro damage, healing herself, and clearing her bond of life. When energy is full, Clorinde executes a combined sword and pistolet attack, dealing AoE electro damage and gaining a bond of life. Then she continues the offensive, deftly switching back and forth between her weapons until the hunt is over.
No, that's sick though. Dual wielding the pistol and the sword.
The story of the
Animation
Marechaussee
looks so good.
Hunters is a thrilling chapter in Fontaine's history. I recall that their founder once had a dispute with the Lock Knights. But unlike the captivating tales of monster hunting heroes, that detail has faded from the public consciousness. Their only tangible legacy is the sword and gun, and weapons only stand for whatever meaning humans ascribe to them. Are they tools to hunt down the last remnants of an age gone by, or to uphold the order of the new age? The choice lies with their wielder. Clorinde's sword has never wavered, for her sense of justice is sufficiently simple and adequately strong. Moments of doubt, difficult decisions, leave those for the people forced to live through times of momentous change in the world.
Okay, I want to go back and hear the last line again.
Tools to hunt down the last remnants of an age gone by, or to uphold the order of the new age. The choice lies with their wielder.
Okay.
Clorinde's sword has never wavered, for her sense of justice is sufficiently simple and adequately strong. Moments of doubt, difficult decisions, leave those for the people forced to live through times of momentous change in the world.
Interesting. Okay. So, I have to say, from this, watching this, she does look like a lot of fun to play. You could think like, oh, she's another sword character. Great, cool, sure. But then she has her skill and she enters that mode, and it's split between this dash and these rapid gun attacks. And the animation for it looks so good. The eye candy is awesome and the movements are great. It actually kind of reminds me, remember Charlotte, how she snaps her pictures and she kind of like shifts, like she's like, you know, moving at different angles with the pose, and it was like very in sync with the music that they had for her demo. It was awesome. It feels very similar to that, but it's actually shooting. Yeah, I just like the pose switch ups as she's like taking different angles to take the shot, and it's really quick succession, and then it can lean into a dashing stab attack, a lunge, and you can kind of repeat that, and it seems very, I don't know, just very fluid. Looks like it feels amazing, has that good game feel, you know? I talked, like, Risley has some of the best looking game feel. She does as well. I guess we got a little bit more of an insight of her personality, perhaps, but it's still very much her related to her job. I like how he reminded us that these hunters, they used to hunt monsters in the Dark Ages or whatever, or bringing Fontaine out of the Dark Ages. They were monster hunters, essentially. That at least makes me ask some questions about this character. She fights for justice. Is that considered normal? How many of these hunters are there? It seemed like hunters these days would have the choice of doing things the old way or doing things the new way. And she chose the new way. And then there's the line referring to moments of doubt, difficult decisions, you know, leave those for the people forced to live through times of momentous change in the world. This line is said as if not to include Clorinde. So the thing that we learned about her is that she's very confident and decisive with her decision making, and that she doesn't have time to worry about this. She is pretty set on her decisions, her life goal being this hunter, doing it for justice. She doesn't seem to waver at all with the choices that she's made. But my question is, the choices that Clorinde has made, do they have any effect on what's left of the Miscellany hunters? I don't know. Perhaps that is revealed more so in this latest update. And those were the Clorinde videos and what I thought about them. Clorinde is a beautiful, very attractive, hot, cool, stylish character. Her design is amazing. I love it so much. Her playstyle looks fantastic, but unfortunately the weakest thing is that I just wish there was a little bit more about her personality. Just a little bit more. Hopefully the game so far and within 4.7 you do get to see more of her, and perhaps she does show a little bit more of a side that we don't see here. It's cool that they made these trailers to make her seem like a badass. Successful, job well done. I'm just saying that I need a little something else. But what do you guys think? Are you pulling for Clorinde? Did you already pull for Clorinde? Or do you not want to? And what are your reasons? Please leave a comment down below explaining yourself. But that's it for me. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like so I know that you enjoyed it. And if you want to support me, you can subscribe and check the description for additional ways of how to do so. Every little bit counts. Thank you so much. Your support means the world. And that's it. Until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.